Now, a short animation set in Magherafelt explores the story of a small-town drug dealer and the impact drugs have on that local community. Called The Ending, the young people from the County Londonderry town worked with the Playhouse Youth Art Project in Derry and the PSNI to look at the drugs issue from a range of viewpoints.
Did you get it?
Have you got the dough?
Let me see it.
Show me the money.
Here.
An extract from The Ending, inspired by real stories and voiced by real people. Well, earlier I spoke to some of the creative team behind the project, animator Chris McAlinden and Aideen Mayer, a Tel Aviv-based theatre director. But first, Elaine Ford, project coordinator from the Playhouse, explained the thinking behind this project.
We very much wanted the young people in these estates in Magherafelt to be able to verbalise their ideas and their thoughts about issues that affect them on their doorstep. And some of these issues obviously involve the law, and hence our collaboration with the PSNI. And Forum Theatre is very much about enabling the layperson or the non-art person to address social issues using theatre. So Aideen Mayer, the facilitator on the project, is a theatre of the oppressed user, and we then approached Aideen about trying to enable the young people to articulate different issues surrounding them in their community.
Aideen is sitting right beside you. So
Yes,
Aideen,
I'm here.
you have travelled from Tel Aviv to work with young people in Magherafelt. Is there a lot of difference between the kind of work that you would do in Tel Aviv to what you've been doing here in Northern Ireland?
Yes, of course, there is a difference. There is a difference in culture. There is a difference in mentality. There is a difference in language, of course. In Israel and in Palestine, we are still in a conflict, and there is this illusion that in Northern Ireland the conflict is over. So we are working in an environment of post-conflict in a way which is different, but still it is a conflict, and there are the same themes and same issues that are involved in other works that I did before.
You work in Theatre of the Oppressed. It's a very famous theatrical form. How do you bring that to bear then when you're coming to work with young people who may never have seen a play, may not have read a text or fully understand how drama can be used to express their own emotions and their own feelings about things that are happening at the grassroots of their own lives?
Yeah, and that's exactly the magic of Theatre of the Oppressed, because it is so handy, it is so simple in a way, and available for everybody. But on the same hand, I can say that it is very, very deep and profound. We start from just playing games, simple exercises that every person can do and enjoy it. And from those games, we go deeper and deeper and deeper, and we explore our own stories and our own themes, and we realize what is underneath the surface.
And do you find your role as a facilitator that you almost feel that you're walking a tightrope between different communities? I mean, you're having to pull together various strands. You've got the young people who come from different estates within Magherafelt, so they've got very different social, religious, economic backgrounds. You're also working with the police, and they want to get a message across as well. Is it a difficult balancing act?
Well, that's exactly what Theatre of the Oppressed is about. It's about allowing all the opinions to be in the room and not coming with agenda, and coming very, very neutral to the work, and explore with the kids, with the teenagers, what is their story, what is the story of the state, what is the story related to the police, to the other communities around, to Northern Ireland in general. And I think because I was born in a conflict, I quite feel comfortable in a situation of a conflict, and it's a work that I've been doing for the last at least 6-7 years with teenagers and with adults. So that's the work we do.
What are you doing here?
Nothing.
You must be doing something.
I'm not. I'm just standing about.
At 3 o'clock in the morning? What are you hiding?
I have a gun.
What are you doing with a gun?
I'm going to shoot him.
Who?
You know who? The one who poisoned our estate.
Okay, do you need a hand?
No. I'll do it myself so no one else gets into trouble.
I'm coming with you.
No, stay out of it. Go home.
The story basically is about one of the kids from the community that is, of course, we won't say any names or anything, and it's not a personal story. It is a story that we came up with. Decide that he is going to take the rule in his hands, and he is going to finish with the drugs problem in the estate.
He's going to be a vigilante in a way.
He is going to kill the druggie that poisoned the kids in the estate, and he's going to finish with it. And this shows just a huge amount of despair and that there are no doors open there and nobody listen. And it's a story about a community that is in a way have nowhere or nobody to talk to, as I see it. And I was hoping, or I thought that's what will happen in the process, that the kids around and the families and everybody will try to stop him from that. But hardly enough, I have to say that no, they were supporting this. So,
and were you shocked by that?
I was a bit shocked, but I thought, okay, so we have to go with it and to learn from this, because that's what we are doing. As Augusto Boal says, we are doing a rehearsal for real life, and we will look at what happened after this young guy is going to do what he think he's supposed to do, and learn from that, and not saying, oh, no, guys, this is not what we are up to, and because we want to deal with real life and not to try to create a nice situation that everybody will be happy at the end of the story. But what I suggest to the guys, that we will stop at some point. Yeah. And there won't be a real ending for the story. And they will come up with one ending, and then the other community will come up with another ending, and the PSNIs will contribute with another ending. And then we will have a debate that will be a bit wider from our group and from our perspective, and we will learn from that. And that will be this mutual learning that the Theatre of the Oppressed is trying to bring to the world.
Chris McAlinden, you then worked with a group to animate the story. So you're handed what from Edan's workshops?
Yeah, well, I came into the process, I think, around halfway through, when the group was finding some resistance towards performing. The idea would be to create a showcase, which will be on this evening. So we thought about another methodology. How do we explore this story another way? So the idea of animation came up, and Elaine Ford rang me, and so what we did is we built our characters. We built our characters with plaster scenes. We created the set in Leckagh estate through cardboard paint. So it became an arts and crafts kind of a workshop. And then we moved into the process of recording their voices and getting the story down via the audio.
It's great. It's Saturday to have a bit of peace.
You're right. I'm not getting the kids back until tomorrow night.
Let's go and pour another drink.
Wonder what Linda's at tonight.
She's likely in her bed.
Hope she has a nightmare.
I am in a nightmare. Nathan has disappeared.
Not a bit of wonder to get some peace from you.
No, seriously. He took some money out of my purse, and Jill says he's been acting strange.
Right, let's go and look for him.
The voices are incredibly authentic. I mean, they are the real voices, are they, of the young people. And I love the mums that are there as well. You get that real strength of the family ties too, Chris.
Yeah, well, the great thing about this community is that the community leaders are the mothers.
Yeah.
So they are joining us in the workshop. So these voices are authentic. And as Aidan was saying, it is surprising that they went there with us, in an authentic way. These are harsh realities that we've had to face.
Did it help then, the fact that, as you say, you came halfway into the project and there was resistance about potentially acting it out themselves? Do you think the fact that it became animation in some way secured the trust to go that bit further with the real voices?
Exactly, and that's how the tool of using animation is fantastic. So we were able to progress and do the story.
Once it is screened, Idan, what happens next?
It happens before it is screened. There is a full event. We're going to start with games and exercises, and we're going to have some warm-up with the audience and to bring the theatre and the spirit of the theatre of the oppressed to the place. And then we, instead of having a forum theatre show, we will have a forum film show. And we're going to look at the film and to be proud of the work, and then to ask, how do you want it to end? And then I will ask the people just to chat a little bit for 2 minutes in between themselves. What is the suggestions, what they propose to end, and how they want to see the end of the story. And we will listen to the people's suggestions, and we'll talk about it a little bit. And then we will have the opportunity to see the three proposals from the kids, from the two communities, and from the PSNI.
Would you be surprised if they did plump for the ending, which is the killing of the drug dealer?
I will look at it and I will say, that's how you want it to end in the film. But is that how you want it to end in real life?
Yeah. We have to explore the consequences of the ending, the story that way, you know.
That will be what will happen after. We will look at it and we'll try to find how the story continues after that. What is happening with this teenager that did this killing? What happened to his girlfriend, to his mother, to his family? What happened to the state after that? And ask, is this the real solution? Is this what we want in our state, or is it a magic solution that nobody will know about it, nobody will hear about it, and he will be free forever?
Fascinating. Idan Mayer, Chris McAlinden and Elaine Ford. There's a free screening of The Ending tonight at the Terrace Hotel, Magherafelt at 7, and we'll find out what ending of those three was chosen on Arts Extra tomorrow night.